Welcome. Oh, hello everyone. I went too early. Welcome. Welcome to Silicon Beach Virtual Pitch Night, June. Can you believe it? It is the 1st of June. Officially, we are clocking into the second half of the year, which just, I don't know if you're like me, seems incredible. Cannot believe that this year is going so fast. If you've already picked up, the color of the night is green. So, you know, if you haven't got something green on, anyway, complete coincidence why David and I are wearing green. But that's what, I've got someone putting some green stuff on. Well done. I love that, Leo. I see you putting your green jacket on. Well done. All right. While everyone is sort of coming into the room and getting settled, those that are pitching, I will just get you to contact Herman Babano, or the host, just to let him know that you're in the room and that you're pitching. We don't want to miss out on anybody. So if you are pitching tonight and you've registered to pitch, please just reach out so that we make sure we've got all those names in there. Otherwise, let's get on to this evening. So officially, hello and welcome everybody. My name is Karen Finch. That was very rude. I didn't even introduce myself. And I am going to be your MC for this evening. So just a little bit about me. I am a passionate legal innovator and a legal technology enthusiast. And I bring together these two passions in my role as founder and CEO of Legally Yours, which is an Australian legal technology company which transforms the way Australians access legal services. So we classify ourselves as a RAS platform, not a SaaS platform. So RAS stands for Relationships as a Service, and we close the justice loop by connecting Australians to fixed fee lawyers around Australia for all their personal and business legal matters. And we help small law firms build, scale and grow innovative legal practices at the same time. I'm also the co-director of ProHelp Legal Australia. I'm the president of the Australian Legal Technology Association. I'm also a legal tech editor for ID Spies. And from all of this, I'm very, very passionate. And the reason why I do this is I love startups, I love small law, and I love the Australian, I'm an ambassador for the Australian startup community. I would like to also acknowledge, in the spirit of reconciliation, the traditional custodians of the land that I am standing on here today, which is the Boon Boon Wurrung and the Wurundjeri Woi-wurrung peoples of the Eastern Kulin Nation. I acknowledge and honour the unbroken spiritual, cultural and political connection peoples of the Eastern Kulin Nation have had to this unique place for more than 2,000 generations. And I acknowledge that sovereignty of this land has never been ceded. It always was and always will be Aboriginal land. And I pay respect to their elders past and present, and extend that respect to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people of today. I'd also like to just talk a little bit about the primary mission of Silicon Beach, which is to empower founders. And as such, our vision is to create an environment where founders can feel supported, educated, and empowered to fulfill their startup vision and values. And we are very, very particularly excited about startup founders and ideas that support the United Nations sustainability goals, hence why David and I are wearing green. So tonight is all about providing a platform for founders and startup owners to feel supported, comfortable, open and connected. So even if you're not pitching tonight, you've got a really big job. And what we need you to do is help build that really comfortable, wonderful room, supportive room for our pitches for tonight. Couple of housekeeping. We obviously are recording. If you could stay on mute unless you're recording or you're one of the judges providing the feedback. We really, really encourage you to use the chat to communicate to each other. So you can provide encouragement, you can ask questions, the pitches details will be put in the chat. So reach out, all those sorts of things, and say hi, tell us where you're coming in from. So we really love reading all those messages. And then finally, we're going to take a little photo. So if anyone would like to put their camera on or stare into the camera and say nice, this will just be us saying, and we want to look like we're really happy and really excited. So I want some big smiles. All right, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, thanks guys. What a great bunch. You all looked really happy. So, so there you go. All right, before I introduce the judges and all the prizes, and we get on to some other very exciting things, I'm going to hand over to David Hauser, the leader of Silicon Beach, to talk a little bit about our sponsors. David, over to you.
Oh my God, it's already my time. I was so busy messaging in the chat. Hello and welcome everyone from me as well. And thank you for the beautiful introduction, Karen. So good to have you back. Yeah, as Karen said, Silicon Beach's mission is to support founders, especially the ones that are working on making the world a better place in alignment with the UN Sustainable Development Goals. And we are very, very happy to have a good bunch of people, communities and groups, organizations supporting us on this journey, not just our amazing community members like Karen herself and James Spurway, but also our sponsors, the City of Melbourne, Melbourne Connect, and our own Silicon Beach studio. Our community members, BGain, Legally Yours, as Karen said, CFO Worx, Heasley Lawyers, THNK.Innovation, Monash University, and the Australian Computer Society, and many, many more. So yeah, all of this would not be possible without all of their support. We're also working closely together with multiple universities around Australia and here in Victoria, specifically Monash University, where we did a pitch night just 2 weeks ago, I think it was, when we were there, and I saw some familiar faces from that event. We're working closely together with RMIT, their accelerator program, and the Graduate School of Business and Law, and we're doing work together with Swinburne University as well. So we're really passionate about bringing people from all walks of life, all different experiences, all different point of views together to cross-pollinate ideas and help each other to make our dreams and our big vision of a better world come true. So if you want to get involved, besides of pitching and win any of those amazing prizes, please feel free to reach out. David@siliconbeach.org.au email address. And yeah, we're here to help and support. And if we don't know how to help you, we'll find someone who can. I think I'm running over already. More on that later.
Okay, that's enough. That's enough, because you are a judge tonight. So I'll let you talk some more.
Looking forward to some amazing pitches tonight. And yes, over to you. Back to you, Karen.
Oh, thank you, David. And just absolutely concur. It's such a wonderful community. I was the 11,000th member to Silicon Beach. I think it was 5 years ago now. And I have loved every single thing that I've done with Silicon Beach. You are such a good community, and the support you provide is just brilliant. So absolutely, if you're not involved, get involved. There you go. All right, over to our incredible judges tonight. So we have 3 incredible judges, including David, but our first judge tonight is James Spurway. So James, give a little wave. He's a serial entrepreneur, mentor and advisor. And after starting 10 of his own businesses over a 20-year period, James has spent the past 12 years investing in a portfolio of startups that now number 44. And he's currently raising capital for his first venture fund. James has been a mentor and judge for several years at startup accelerator programs and demo days run by 500 Global, MassChallenge and Creatella Impact, and loves being part of the team at Silicon Beach. An Australian, James has lived the past 33 years outside of Australia in Vietnam, Hong Kong, Germany, Switzerland, the UK, the US, and for the past 12 years in Singapore. James, it's so great to have you back. I know you were a regular. Please unmute, say hello, and let everyone know the incredible prize that you have up for grabs for one lucky pitcher tonight.
Yeah, thanks, Karen. Look, can I hire you? I just realized how good you are at setting it up and packaging and tying a bow. I mean, I can't even introduce myself that way as well. So, okay, yeah. Tonight, I would like to give one or more of the founders who I think I can help what I call my investor ready package. So particularly if you as a founder are about to raise or in the process of fundraising, what I'd like to do is do a pitch deck check, give you feedback, look at your financial model or anything you're doing with money, make sure that's in order, have a look at your cap value calculation and try and give you some ideas about whether that's in the middle or the top or the bottom of the range that I'm seeing in the market, and check your data room to make sure that once you press the button on raising, the actual investors come back and say, we're interested, that you don't spend another 3 weeks, 4 weeks, or 2 months getting your data room ready and then lose the investor. So yeah, that's what I tend to do a lot of. That's my side, Karen.
An incredible prize. Thank you so much, James, and it's so lovely to have you back. And our second judge for this evening is Usman Iftikhar. I hope I've said that right. He's the CEO of Catalyzer. Give a wave, Usman. So Usman is a systems entrepreneur passionate about utilising the power of entrepreneurship to collectively solve global problems such as global climate emergency and the global refugee crisis. He's the co-founder and CEO of Catalyzer, an award-winning startup incubator in Australia, which empowers migrant and refugee entrepreneurs entrepreneurs, aka migrapreneurs, I love that, to launch their own startups. Usman is also co-chair of the Program Design and Delivery Working Group at the Global Refugee Entrepreneurship Network run by Centre for Entrepreneurs, the CFE UK. And Usman is also currently a venture partner at Backbone Partners, which is an early stage VC fund for immigrant entrepreneurs in Australia. Usman, we are so incredibly excited to have you. Please unmute, say hello, and let everybody know the incredible prize that you have up for grabs tonight.
Thank you so much for having me, Karen, and again, great intro. I sort of concur with James as well on that. Really appreciate this opportunity and great to see everyone. And from my side, I'm offering a one-on-one mentoring prize, and oftentimes you get mentoring with different people. And I guess what I can bring is I've worked with government, worked with grants, with impact investing, both being a founder, but also being on the other side of the table as an investor. So I can sort of help you both from like a founder coaching and really, dealing with your emotions and how you're going through this journey, but also help you with some of the practical tools and tips that you need to sort of think about. How do you build a team? How do you build a culture in your organization? How do you, hire and look at, what are the kind of right systems and processes to set in place? I'm a big believer that, individuals can't get it all done. So being able to have a team around you is really important. I wouldn't be able to get anything done on my own. I am not good at a lot of stuff. And so what I want to do is really help you figure out what are you good at and what are you not good at. So helping you in those areas where you should better have other people.
Oh, just incredible and so invaluable. That what you will do in there, just incredible stuff. Thank you so much, Usman. And last but not least, we've got David Hauser, and I'm going to introduce David not as the leader of Silicon Beach, but as the founder of THNK.Innovation. So David did join Silicon Beach though after a successful 10-year career in the machine tool industry, where he led interdisciplinary teams to solve complex manufacturing problems for customers like Mercedes, Bosch, Airbus, Samsung, and many more. David is the founder of THNK.Innovation, an agency for design thinking, human-centered design and innovation strategies. And THNK.Innovation consults and coaches customers from startups, SMEs to universities like Monash and RMIT on creating innovative customer experiences. David, I'm so pleased to have you on the judging panel. Please let everyone know what you're offering today.
Thank you so much again, Karen. And just on this note, I'm a micropreneur as well. So I've been, I think it was in 2019 that I've been through the Catalyzer pre-accelerator and accelerator programs. And I can only highly recommend it to any startup founder or ambitious startup founder with migration background. So thank you very much, Usman, again for having me and helping me on my journey. On this note, now since I've upgraded myself thanks to Catalyzer and other experiences, I'm in the position to offering prizes too, and I'm all about the nerdy stuff of the startup experience, building exciting products and user experiences. So my prize is 90 minutes of coaching, mentoring, consulting, whatever you want to call it, for one of the winners in the space of how you create amazing user experiences that really make your customers and your users awe and want to come back and tell everyone about it. So that's what I'm offering, and you can cut it in pieces as you want it, two times 45 minutes, 3 times 30 minutes, whatever works best for you.
That's right. David's time, not his brain, just to clarify. But fantastic.
Cut me in pieces.
Not at all. Amazing, amazing. Well, thank you so much to all of you. I'm so excited about the judging panel tonight. And we do have a couple of additional prizes also on offer. There will be an ID Spies prize, which is a publication on ID Spies, which is a positive global sharing platform for Australia's number one idea sharing platform. So there will be a winner for that. And we also have an Audience Choice Award. So listen out in the audience, because we are going to put a link in the chat at the end, and you will basically be able to vote on what your best pitch was, your favorite pitch for tonight. And the winner, yes.
Karen, let me jump in here. Sorry, we blindsided you there. There is no audience award anymore.
Oh my goodness. What? No, I want one. What do you mean? All right. Scratch that. There is none tonight. So you'll have to come back maybe in another one and there'll be one there. But there you go. Okay. So let's delete that out of the recording. Let's get on to the real stars for tonight, because they are our pitches. So if you haven't been to one of our pitch nights before, Let me tell you what's going to happen. So each pitcher will have 90 seconds to pitch, and you'll hear a little bell, and that means you need to wrap up your pitch. From there, I will ask the judges to provide their feedback, and the feedback is some of the best bits because the judges really do share their thoughts and ideas and connections and those sorts of things. So listen to that. After all the registered pitches have concluded, if we do have time, we will ask for some impromptu pitches. So if we've got anyone out there and we have time, you might want to think about doing an impromptu pitch because we love those as well. And before we do introduce, though, our first pitcher, we have a very special guest, Linda. Hello from ID Clip. Please unmute and say hello.
Good evening, everyone.
Now we wanted to invite Linda back on stage because you're the founder of ID Clip and you pitched your idea. You were a pitcher here in February. That's correct.
Yep, that's correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we would just ask up to a little date. What's been happening since February?
Yes, the greatest news is that we've actually secured the R&D tax incentive grant from the federal government. That's a big achievement for us, and we can actually reinvest into our development to further advance what we have so far achieved. So,
oh, Linda, that is so incredible. And I don't think we have an audience audio noise, so it'll be me, unfortunately, doing this. But everyone out there, do your Zoom claps. That is so fantastic. Congratulations. That is huge news. And we are so excited and, you know, well done. So pleased you could come back and share that news with us.
thank you. Thank you. Good luck with everyone, all those people sitting tonight, all the founders.
Oh, thanks so much, Linda. All right.
Thank you, Linda. Linda, may I quickly? So I'm sabotaging your show today all day long, Karen. I'm so sorry.
I'm going to have to mute you in a sec. No,
you have to mute me, definitely. Linda, so good to have you here. And when your journey with us did not just end with your first pitch in February. We met in Sydney last 2 weeks ago now, and you basically, with just 24 hours of warning, you did your first on-stage pitch. Is that right?
Yes. I did my first on stage with the fish burners long time ago. I was so nervous. There was 90-second pitch, but this time more refined, and I knew exactly what I really wanted to share with the audience. So I was more boosted with confidence, of course, with the support coming from David, amazing support coming from Silicon Beach. I can't thank you guys enough. All the mentors, amazing. So the support, ongoing support, it's not just one-off support, you know, from Silicon Beach, it's like ongoing. And I really feel secure being with those people who do believe why I'm doing it. So whoever is pitching tonight, it's not just one-off thing. It will never be a one-off thing. You will get continuous support from all the mentors and definitely from Silicon Beach. So best of luck, everyone.
Thank you so much. And it's very easy to become a fan of yours. Your conviction and is so infectionate. So well done. And just honestly, thank you so much for coming back. And I know that you have to run. You have a very busy schedule as a founder, but also not just the mentors that supported you, but I also learned that back then we had now I dropped the name. Who was your prize winner? The
Nilusha?
Nilusha gave the prize, and we had the design studio as a sponsor on board for the event, and you actually engaged with them to build your new website, right?
Oh, Ross, yes, of course.
Ross from Underdog Studio.
Oh, amazing team. Ross and his team, just fascinating. So professionally delivered the final product. I was like impressed because I've never received such profound service, like end-to-end service. I mean, he was so passionate about it, and he believed why we are doing it. And also he really wanted to come up with the best looking website to target our audience. So, I mean, everything, I was like fully satisfied with the final product, I must say.
Awesome. And I had a chat with Ross recently, and he was very happy to work with you as well.
It's wonderful. Thank you.
Oh, amazing. What a Great way to start the pitch night. See what can happen. We make dreams come true here at Silicon Beach. All right, let's get on to our first picture. Let's get into this. All right, are we ready? So I'm going to invite Alexander Husenbeth. Hello, Alexander. I can see you there. Give us a wave, unmute, say hello.
Hi.
Hello,
I'm from
welcome,
Germany,
welcome.
actually. Good morning, but I say good evening.
Oh, where are you? Sorry, where are you based?
In Frankfurt at the moment, but I've also lived in Sydney for 10 months and I just came back from Vietnam, so I'm all over the place. So don't expect me to be here when you call me next time.
All right, guaranteed. Okay, let us know when you're ready to pitch and we'll get that timer going. All good to go?
I'm ready.
Okay,
Yeah.
and your time starts now.
Yeah, and we all know the trend to collect a lot of data and to improve performance. And often we do that with a body tracker. And I want to shift this to living spaces with a device that has sensors and also web source data, such as temperature, air quality. And with these data points, we can improve the comfort and mitigate risks. For example, mold warnings, pollen alerts, but also energy saving recommendations. For example, the device could give you the recommendation, open the window, turn off the heating, or similar. And the competitors that are not really doing it yet, but the potential competitors are like Amazon, Google, Apple. But the USP for my product should be that it should be completely open source with a much better data privacy. And the device should be based on a broad standard. It's called Meta standard. And with this, it will be enabled to communicate with every other smart home device, like a lot of companies are in this standard. So it could actually switch on and off devices from Apple, IKEA, and many, many more companies. And I also tested a little MVP successfully. And yeah, I'm just in a very early stage and now I'm looking for advice for the next steps and partnerships. And sneak preview.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love a live demo. Amazing. And you made it just in time. Thank you so much, Alexander. I'm sure our judges have lots of questions and feedback for you. So we're going to see who unmutes first with the first question. Who would like to go first, judges? Otherwise, I'll be picking on
I know David wants to go first, so go, David.
Well, because it's hardware. Finally, we have hardware here. It's most of the startups in Australia are software based, sort of, and yeah, as a hardware mechanical engineer, mechatronics engineer, I feel very pleased to have a hardware product here. Alexander, so good to see you again. We know each other now for probably 4 or 5 years or something like that. So the question with open source, you can switch off Google, Amazon. Are they on board with that standard, or can they at some point decide, oh, I don't like that anymore, I lock you out?
So the thing with this standard is it's kind of new. I think I don't know all the details at the moment, but I think it was introduced more or less 1.5 years ago. And all the big companies are in, because the issue at the moment is you buy a smart home switch from IKEA, you have Google Nest, Amazon Alexa, and all the different devices, and they cannot really work together seamlessly. And they all, if they work together, have always to be connected with the cloud. And this new standard was signed by a lot of companies, like I think Siemens, Bosch, like all the companies that are in the smart home IoT scene are in it. But it's kind of slow because the companies don't really have the incentive. Like often the USP is in their own cloud-based software. And I think they need to shift a lot of their own R&D processes or sales strategies to be able to have an open standard and still be selling their devices, because you can just buy a very cheap socket if you want to switch on your lights. You don't need to buy the Apple socket anymore. So the standard is there, but it's kind of open what will happen to it. Yeah, it's a big controversy in the smart home scene.
Cool. So what are your next steps getting out to market, validate the idea, onboard customers?
Yeah, so the idea is because when, for example, you go to IKEA, and if you want to connect your IKEA devices to the smart home, you have to buy a gateway. And the idea is to have also this function to interact with everything in this device. However, I am not sure if I can really develop all the standard compliant topics by myself. So I was thinking, well, maybe I could pitch the idea, for example, to IKEA, and then somehow collaborate with IKEA. But that's kind of the reason why I'm asking for advice, because at the moment I don't have any patents in it, and because it should be open source, I can also not really protect it. So my base for business is just my knowledge and my energy to push it forward. But the fear is, if I go to IKEA, they will do it without me. And so I'm wondering what you think would be the next steps. Because to be honest, I don't think if I do it small scale that I can make it this great. It would need to have constant software improvements and so on to have the great user experience necessary. So I think it's more like big or not at all.
Go big,
but maybe I'm wrong.
I'm happy to follow up with you, but I do not want to hijack the Q&A. So over to James or Usman.
Yeah, who would like to go first? I know Usman. There you go. I'll go with your question.
Thanks very much, Alexander, for the pitch. Really interested in when you mentioned you're looking for partnerships. Have you sort of worked out what those partnerships look like? So IKEA could be one of them, but what would you be looking to partner?
So for example, what I can do, what you could see, I can do the basic programming, I can do the 3D printing, I can do probably a lot of the business case and so on, but market reach, market outreach, market analysis, then the very deep programming to make it compatible with the meta standard would be probably good if there would be a chance to collaborate with one who's already working in that standard. And then, of course, because at the moment I'm alone, and as you said in the beginning, the best is to do something with a team. So if there's anyone who's interested to just have some thoughts together, if there are thoughts to find solutions for, that would be amazing.
And I think our 4 minutes has just gone up in terms of judges' feedback. So sorry, James, you miss out this time, but I'll come to you first for the next one. Alexander, thank you. It's always very hard to go first. You nailed it. Thank you so much. And thank you for dialing in as well. Gosh, it's amazing that we're reaching Europe these days. I absolutely love it. So thank you. You can go and have a cup of coffee or something.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much. All right, over to our next picture for this evening. Lena Fussan. Hello, Lena. I can see you sitting there very patiently. Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, so are you ready to pitch?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so your time starts now. Off you go.
All right, thank you. So my name is Lena, and I present AZOLLO AI. We're a capability platform for net zero. So as you can imagine, net zero changes a lot of things, and it also has a big impact on people, on the workforce. So specifically, it has been estimated that about 800 million jobs will be impacted by net zero. What this means is that tasks that people conduct in their jobs will be different, but also skills that are required for workers will change. And this is 1 out of 4 workers. So pretty much 25% of you guys will be impacted in their jobs, but also someone close to you, like a friend or a family member, will be impacted. And right now, the fact is that the market for net zero skills is pretty much on fire. So skills are required by new jobs on the market, and nobody knows how to fulfill those gaps. Workers require climate action from their companies, and also the evolution of the space is really, really fast. So what we come up with is a capability platform for net zero. So we really analyze the workforce of today. We enhance it with our secret sauce, which is a proprietary framework for green skills and jobs. And we provide companies with insights and analytics around which skills they need to build in their existing workforce and what are the new jobs that they need to add to their workforce. So that's pretty much what we're doing. It's a B2B SaaS platform. We're just in the beginning. We're raising in the second half of this year, and we're looking to intros to investors for a pre-seed round. Thank you.
Oh, Lena, well done. Everybody, nice little clap for Lena. Well done. Brilliant pitch. Loved it. I'm sure we've got lots of, I could see Usman nodding his head frantically there. James, did you want to go first since you missed out?
Never missing out. Lena, yeah, look, love it. It's timely, it's topical. It is definitely hot. There is definitely competition. I know that because I deal with a lot of people in that industry, in that space already. But your particular interest is, I think, a little bit different. I'm not sure, but I'm thinking it's a little bit different. Do you have any early users, early adopters, people doing beta tests, or have you not yet got a product that someone can test? Are you at that development stage, ideation stage, or have you got something out there?
Exactly. Yes. We're currently validating the solution. We're really kind of figuring out where we will fit in the context of those large organizations that we're talking to. So we're pretty much in the validation space right now, while we're at the same time also working on our framework. So that's kind of, that will be the IP that we're developing at the moment. But in terms of the solution specifically, we're validating the solution with some prospects at the moment. So we're speaking to like banks, people from the energy and the mining sector, recruiters, investment funds, and yeah, validation pretty much going on.
Perfect. And so the secret sauce is it'll be able to scope out, to check what jobs are in the organization and then recommend new jobs, training, upskilling.
Yes.
And then you'll take a piece of that. It'll be like SaaS, or it's a subscription, but probably per seat basis or per, perfect. Okay.
Exactly, 100% standard SaaS pricing model. So standard go-to-market as well in terms of the go-to-market. So direct sales to large corporates, but also using networks such as through consultants or investment funds, and also subsidiaries of large corporates. Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you, James. Usman, would you like to provide some feedback?
Thanks very much, Lena. I have a question. I'm really interested in how much you're looking to raise and what will that enable you to do?
Yeah, so we've estimated about like 300K that we're going to be raising for pre-seed round. And specifically what we're going to deploy the capital to is a development of the MVP. Like I'm going to be working on the low code solution, but I want to be able to like, you know, invest in full stack development, but also the research. So in terms of the framework that we're doing the research ourselves, but it's a big piece of work to make it really defensible and unique in the market. So there will be some manual research that we want to be doing, and then later on a technological solution that will be AI and machine learning powered, that will be like pooling insights from the actual job market nowadays, and really enhancing the framework on a real-time basis. So we will be investing in, first of all, manual research, then data science, and also software development.
Yeah, fantastic. I've had a lot of experience in the clean tech sector, so I've worked in it for the past 10 years. I'm very happy to help you as well, if you want to catch up offline.
100% would love that. Thank you.
I love those connections when they're happening in this room. And David, over to you just quickly for some final words.
Just for some final words. Great seeing you again, Lena. I just checked if John is still in the room. He is. I probably want to introduce you to John. He's working in the HR space, upskilling space as well with his own product. So that's probably the.
Oh yeah, is he here on the call?
He's here on the call.
All right. Okay. I'll find you, John. I don't see you on the screen, but I will find you.
now you both know what to look for.
Awesome.
And I'll leave it with that. Thank you, Lena.
Oh, thank you, David. And thank you, Lena. That was incredible. Thank you. So yes, please start making those connections and feedback for Lena as well. And if you've got just a spare 300K in your pocket, oh my God, why wouldn't you give it to Lena? That's amazing. Thank you so much. All right, over to our next picture for this evening. Now, I think we've got Bac Dam. Have I pronounced that correctly? Hello.
Yes.
We look like Christmas, you and I, green and red. There we go. We Christmas in July, a little bit early.
We're caroling together.
Yeah, we are. Okay. Oh, I love it. I love it. Are you ready to pitch?
Yes.
Okay, your time starts now. Off you go.
Hi, everyone. My name is Bac, and one of the audience members is my co-founders, Jay. We're software engineers, and our company is Homematch. So buying a home is the great Australian dream. However, for your typical home buyers, there's so many hoops they have to jump through. Website like REA and Domain provide just a minimal tool for like searching. On top of that, hiring conveyancers, lawyers, and building inspectors is expensive, but it's unavoidable. So the way the industry is currently operating is very disjointed. It doesn't really benefit the home seekers. So these are some of the problems of the modern home buying experience. So Homematch aims to streamline this process and saving our users time, money, and headaches. So from searching to researching, our platform will provide our user with an intuitive and easy to use interface, so there's no doors are left unopened, pun intended. Leveraging the latest advancements in large language models, users can chat to our system to get all the available details on the properties of their dreams. So 2 months ago, we launched our MVP to test our idea, and the feedback has been very promising. So our MVP currently is live, and it's just a simple form submission form. So our next step from here is to build a ChatGPT-like interface so that the conversation will feel more natural. The real estate services industry in Australia is a $30 billion industry that is growing year on year at 6.5%. So this represents a huge opportunity to modernize the home buying experience so that your typical Aussie won't make an expensive mistake because of the stress, the pressure, and the complexity that comes with the current process. So what we're looking for is mentors and networking opportunities with experts in the AI and real estate fields to help us getting our first beta to our users.
Oh, incredible. Well done. Absolutely love it. Well done. We're all clapping for you. Fantastic. All right, judges, over to you for some questions. Who would like to go first? No? Who wants to go first? All right, David, over to you.
Oh, Usman.
Oh, Usman.
I'm happy to go first. Yes. So thanks for that pitch. Fantastic to hear, and so needed in the Australian context right now. Yeah, would love to know, I guess, who are your customers at the moment? So, who are you targeting specifically? Are these the home buyers directly, or are you looking at kind of other customers? So would love to get a bit more clarity on that.
Yep. So we it's definitely home buyers at the moment, people who are actively looking for a house, because we need more of those to continually refine our product. So we're going to open houses and actually just talking to them and just showing what our MVP is and how we can finesse it. So that's our initial kind of customer segment.
Yeah, fantastic. I mean, I can help you with a connection with some of the people in the AI sector. So I'm not technically the real estate industry, so that's not my field, but definitely with AI I can help.
That's
Love
great.
it. Thanks,
Thank you.
Usman. James, David. James, over to you.
Yeah, I listen, I think it's a great idea. I know I could have used it just recently, but then again, Singapore, different market altogether. But my point is, how much competition will you get? I know at the moment you're probably ahead of the big pack, like the large real estate companies, but I suspect in the US, companies like Zillow or the really big ones are kind of working on that kind of thing now, not as detailed as yours, but it's only a matter of time. So what are you going to do to protect? Like, what moat can you build in to kind of keep that piece of turf or that patch to yourself once you start?
Yep. So that's a good question. We are aware of the bigger players can just jump in. So let's talk about our local big players like realestate.com. That's probably like the most well-known, the biggest one. From what our analysis is and what the information that we got is that realestate.com.au walk a pretty fine line. They have to service both the users and the real estate agents, because the real estate agents, the people who's going to be paying them, that's where their revenue comes from, because the user definitely not going to be, they probably get some money from the ad. So they have to walk a very fine line. But our focus is mainly on the users. Right? We want to give the user, because myself, we just bought a house and we saw, damn, we could really use this. So we're not really tied to that. We don't have to walk that fine line. We can totally go and service the users, and that's where our value will come from, and that's how we tend to attract. And with Zillow, we haven't really explored that far, because I am aware of it because I got friends in America who are property investors, but our main focus now is on the really early adopters in Victoria, very specifically, because I think we go by the mantra of servicing a small group of people really well, rather than doing just so with a broad bunch of people.
Yeah, no, thank you. That's a good answer, and that will serve you well.
Thank you so much. Means a lot.
Incredible. And David, did you have any final words before we get to our next picture?
Yes. So does that mean that you have a relative boutique pricing model when you say serving a few people very well. What is the value exchange when we talk about money?
Sure. So our business model is consists of kind of three broad pillars. The first one is pretty much advertisement and affiliate marketing, so similar to what realestate.com is doing, because people go on there, we're trying to attract a big base of users and then doing that kind of advertisement. The second one is value added services. So what we're thinking is, for example, a really brief example, like a building inspection costs around $660. So what we tend to do is, if we can, when we get that a considerable amount of users looking at the same property, what we can do is preemptively, or at least on first order a building inspection, and then we on-sell it at a lower price. So it gives users the value of getting a building inspection almost immediately if it's already available, and they get to buy it at a lower price. And then we can then as we sell to, like, let's say $660 and we do 50% off, you buy for $330, and we just need to sell to 3 people, and then we already, more than break even. So that's the other one. And the other one, the other pillar is through data monetization. So we're a little bit cautious of that because of the whole privacy and confidentiality thing, but I still think it's in the realm of possibility if we de-identify it enough.
Okay, cool. Thank you for that. And I guess there needs to be a little bit more work be done to communicate that clearly.
Definitely.
I love it. This is why you come here and you come and pitch to this group, which I absolutely love. Thank you so much, Bac. And Jay, give a little wave, because you're sitting there and I'm seeing you as well. And you're there you go. I love it. I love it when co-founders come in together. Thank you so much, Bac.
Thank you.
All right, over to our next picture. We have Ken. Hello, Ken.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you? And are you wearing green?
Well, yes, I did. I took off my jacket and wore green. In Sydney, it's cold, but I'll stay warm.
Oh, thanks for being part of the crew. Are you ready to pitch, Ken?
Start anytime you're ready.
All right. Your time starts now. Good luck.
We should all be insecure about our health. Assess the impact of the following question. Are we all living longer or just taking longer to die? Sobering fact is that on this call, people will die as a result of their lifestyle choices, that extra beer, wine, more Thai than you should. And those confronting statements are compounded by the size of the wellness market, currently at $4.4 trillion. Profit and speed to market have encouraged the digital wellness sector to diligently and carefully work to automate their processes, both in hardware and software, eliminating this human touch. Look at the impact of ChatGPT and similar. We're all familiar with getting that auto-generated smiley face or that daily annoying notification. Now, in response, we wanted to move you from life support to life. So we built LifeCheck with the ability to predict future health outcomes and also secure the essential participation of the human health practitioner. No apps, no passwords, no downloads. We provide a digital link, 27 questions covering family health history, personal health markers, lifestyle choices, mental health attitudes. Takes about 90 seconds to complete. Wellness score is calculated and expressed as a percentage likelihood of you developing a chronic illness. So the higher the score, the higher the risk. Our reports generated, anonymized, reviewed by a human who provides comments and support info on nutrition, exercise, and well-being. Prediction equals the ability to prevent. Thank you.
Oh, well done, Ken. Brilliant pitch. You had me I was excited at the beginning, then I was thinking, oh my God, I should not have that glass of wine tonight.
No,
and then
shouldn't. Not the third one anyway.
Not the third one. All right. Thank you very much. And then what was that thing that you said in the middle about from life support to
life?
To life. What a saying. Absolutely love it. Well done. Congratulations on a great pitch. And David's already unmute. So I'm going to go to you first, David.
Thank you. Ken, thanks for being back, and thanks for your pitch. What is your ask?
I think more partnerships, David. 40% of our business case is providing LifeCheck for free. We can still make money, so we need to get it out there so as people can use it in not-for-profits, in charities, in domestic violence refuges, and everywhere. And you know, if we, like that old adage, if we build it, they'll come. So if we give it to enough people, there'll be enough people that want to pay for it. That's the ask. Or $100 million, whichever you happen to have in your back pocket.
Just look, it's just 90 million, so it won't help you.
Sorry.
You're making me laugh, Ken.
You mentioned a whole bunch of potential first partners. Do you have a dedicated persona launch customer that is your dream partner to get started with?
I think a partner in the, it's more a network thing. I mean, we need to get it out to more people. So it's a partner that has a large network in, you know, I think the chairmans of boards, large, not so much the giant corporates, but mid-sized corporates, people that can get us into these areas without being dismissed as just, oh, we've got that covered with an EAP, because they don't predict, they just deal with the person after they've been, after they're sick. But so the other thing we want to add in there is there are normally 3 pillars to this. There's nutrition, exercise, and sleep. The 4th pillar is financial advice, because that's what's killing people as well, particularly in this day and age.
Excellent. Thank you. I hand over to Usman.
Yeah, happy to go. Really great pitch, Ken, and love you know, the language you're using as well on this. Really interested if you've also considered particularly insurance companies as potential partners. Particularly, you know, they might be interested in the data side of things. So have you sort of thought about that and then how that could work?
We've reached out to a number of insurance companies, and whilst I have had a number of their executives do the life check, they're pretty much live in a womb. They have their business, their core business. They don't necessarily look outside it. An introduction, you know, I know the wellness representatives in a number of the health insurance companies, and I think they're sitting on their hands, you know, because they don't have to. I've approached a couple of the smaller insurance companies to make a difference. You know, that sector would very much benefit from what we're doing. Trying to get that message across is the difficult part.
Good stuff. Thank you so much, Usman. And I think, James, we are out of time on judges' feedback, but did you want to say just a quick word?
Yeah, Ken, great to see you back, mate. And, you know, you can call me anytime. By the way, I think you've missed your calling. I'd be recommending you get into the public speaking circuit, because that opening remark, that presentation, I'd pay to listen to.
Well, the other one that I was going to use was that the only 2 subjects that keep people's attention is sex and death. I thought I shouldn't use that one to start with. So we'll just concentrate on death.
Oh, Ken, just brilliant. Absolutely loved it. Congratulations on a fantastic pitch. And I agree with James. Well done on the great delivery too. Thank you so much.
Karen.
Thank you. All right, over to our next pitcher, Claire Hart. Hello, Claire.
Hi, how are you going?
I'm good, thank you. Are you ready to get pitching?
I am ready, thank you.
All right, your time starts now. Good luck.
Thank you. How frustrating is it when you're clothes shopping and it just seems impossible finding clothes that are perfectly suited to your unique sense of style and body shape? FashMu seeks to be a revolutionary online fashion store that brings you affordable, personalized clothing like never before. Our long-term vision is to use modern technologies to design and produce clothes that are specifically for you. We propose achieving this vision by growing FashMu through a series of phases. In the first phase, we will present shoppers with clothes such as jumpers, hoodies, and t-shirts that have print designs that we think they'll love. Here's how it works. You simply visit our user-friendly website, and the more you interact with our online store, such as giving likes or making purchases, the more accurate we'll be in personalizing your shopping experience. Got a thing for animal-themed prints? The more attention you give to clothing with this kind of style, the better we'll be in presenting these styles of clothes to you. And to personalize your shopping experience even more, we'll be applying deep technology to allow you to see what you look like in the clothing. So no more generic models. Instead, you will be the model. We believe that the technological advancements of today present a significant opportunity to truly revolutionize the fashion industry. And as of yet, no online fashion store has achieved this mission. FashMu seeks to be the first. Currently, I'm seeking expert guidance on raising capital and also developing connections with relevant industry professionals. Thank you.
Oh, congratulations, Claire. Fantastic pitch. And love the name. Love the
Thank
name.
you. So
Love
long to get a name. Like, as I'm sure everyone here knows that basically every domain name is taken.
Well, I love it. You did a great job. Fantastic. Now over to our judges. We've got 4 minutes for feedback. Who would like to go first with some questions and feedback for Claire? Usman, I'm going to go to you first.
Yeah, happy to go. Great pitch. Thanks, Claire. Would be really interested in hearing about a bit more about your fundraise and how much you're looking to raise, and what that would help you with as well.
Yeah, okay. Well, I think for me, the priority is first and foremost actually getting the right team together. Because I think if I can get the right team, or as you said, you emphasize the importance of team. If I can get the right team, then we can really sort of plan out the entire technical process, and not just that, but the general startup plan. And I think based on those discussions, then we can discuss how much capital we really need to raise for this.
And to follow up on that, in terms of the team, who are you looking for? Like, who are the kind of team members that will help you complement with your skill set?
I think to start off with, an AI professional. I'm a data professional, but I haven't done too much in AI. I have web development experience, but I would love to also work alongside a web developer, and potentially a fashion professional as well. I know that, something that's really interesting about fashion theory is that it's actually becoming its own field. I've heard, for instance, that in psychology, there's this new field called fashion psychology. So I think that could be really interesting to look into, basically to go, all right, well, in terms of people's personal preferences when it comes to style, what can we learn about that? Like, why do they have that particular style preference?
Thanks very much. I know, James, you were unmuting, so over to you.
Thank you.
Yeah, look, hey, Claire. I'm always concerned when I say things like this, but I've had the advantage of seeing a lot of startups come to me, and I know in Japan, in Vietnam, in America, and also I believe it was Switzerland, someone with an idea not so different to you has come to me over the years, and the last 3 years in particular. I think it's a great idea, and I've said to them the same thing. There's a lot of moving parts to that business model. Like, you're taking on a heck of a lot of individual things that have to work right and in sequence. And so it's probably going to be more capital intensive than you maybe think at the moment. So getting some good advice on that side is a good idea. But even more so, and this may sound dumb, seeing as it's such an amazing experience, trying to get a low definition version of this out into people's hands and get real life feedback. I know it's hard to do, meaning you want to build the whole thing and you want to make it real before they use it, but try and get something going that gets you feedback to say that people are going to pay for this.
Yeah,
that'll help you feel good, and that'll help you be sure, right? I'm sure. But it'll also help investors go, yeah, this person knows what she's talking about, and there's people lining up to take it. So just those two things, if I would advise.
Absolutely. I completely agree with you. As someone in tech, I strongly believe that it's so important to, rather than trying to achieve everything in one go, start off with simple, realistic, achievable goals, and then work your way up from there. That's why I think that with an idea like this could potentially go on for decades in terms of trying to really, perfect the use of AI in the fashion industry. But my take on it is just start with something profitable to begin with, an online fashion store that in some way offers that personalized shopping experience. And I think even there doesn't seem to be a lot of online fashion stores that are doing that. Look, and it's funny as well, because I'm not a fashion fanatic, funnily enough. Like, I never imagined that I would actually look into doing a fashion startup, but I think that maybe, I feel that there's something wrong in the fashion industry, because I feel like I have to work so hard to find clothes that I would be happy buying. So clothes that are affordable, a match for my body, and also that complements my sense of style. But then on top of that, there's obviously a lot of unethical practices in the fashion industry, and I didn't get around to it in my pitch, but I really feel as well that would be a huge implication with with doing a startup like this. Sorry, I don't want to ramble on. But
There's that last bit. There's definitely a lot of people out there who are doing that. They're tracing the whole supply chain from start to finish in fashion. So you don't have to actually do that yourself. You could get them as a plugin or get them as an overlay or some sort of partnership through an API. So that's one thing that's out there. You don't need to worry about doing that. But yeah, that's a good part of that as well.
Yep.
I love it. Thank you, James. And we've run out of time for feedback. So David, you're going to have to stay on mute. But Claire, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Fashion advocate. Look her up. She's incredible. I know her. And I think maybe just look up the fashion advocate.
Okay.
Have a look at her. Love it. Thank you so much, Claire. You can sit back and relax now. Thank you. All right. We're over to our next picture for this evening. Leo in his green jacket, because you've followed the rules.
Yes. Hello everyone, and thank you so much for having me. Can I check audio is good?
Audio is fantastic.
Yes,
all right, wonderful. Are you ready to get pitching?
Sure. I'll try my best.
Your time, you're going to be fantastic. I just know it. Your time starts now. Good luck.
Sure. Thank you so much. And yes, I'm Leo, founder at Spruces, and we are building the Uber of commercial cleaning. That's it. No, I'm kidding. Now, look, that's sort of out of the way. So that simplifies what we're trying to do. I think cleaning is a proven business model. Now we can sort of move on to like a bit more of like a chat about it. So look, I'm part of that generation that alongside the boom of social media developed ADD. So, and I like things done super fast. In fact, I believe that time's not money, speed is money. And so what I'm trying to do here is really massively allow professional services to be way more accessible. Like I'm talking like this, right? So currently that's the delta from what it is today to what it can be is huge. So that's where we are. And so you can imagine that it was not easy for me to develop a 10-year plan to go public and take Spruces like as big as Uber. So yeah, and the value of speed, I believe, is increasing day by day. So what we basically brought to market is a product that allows you to, through a simple application, put in, and it's a single session, basically solution. You put in the details of what you want cleaned, commercial spaces and whatnot, and then it gives you a price on the spot, and you book the cleaner on the spot and pay on the spot, and the cleaner's on its way. So we've had obviously a few of these already taking place, and after $3.5 million worth of cleaning, we have like a bit of a track record and experience on what needs to happen for this. And yeah, so that's basically, I would like to welcome questions.
Well done, Leo. There you go. Yay. Clap for Leo.
Okay.
Fantastic. Fantastic. All right. That first thing made me laugh, and I was nearly about to unmute and go, oh my God, that's the shortest pitch we've ever had.
Speed's money. Yeah.
You got me. You got me. You got me. Okay. Judges, over to you for some feedback. Who would like to go first? Go, it was mine.
So just a quick question to start with, Leo. What is your ask? How can we help?
Yeah, sure. So we're looking to raise capital because we are developing. So I put together myself an MVP. I put together out of Typeform, Notion, and a few other things. I tied it together myself. And I wanted to get out there and collect revenue through this. I wanted to get dollars through the system. Now I'm looking to build like a proper app from the ground up. And so this is going to be very sophisticated and like really good software, because I have tried every single software out there to do scheduling for cleaning, commercial cleaning, and they're all shit. I'm sorry to say that. Sorry, can I say that? But they're all really bad. And so from the ground up, we need to develop good software, and that's going to set us apart. Particularly also as we grow, we're going to accumulate data. So that's our expansion plan. So going back to your question, we're looking to raise between $500,000 to up to $1 million, and to really go this, to take it like, and follow the journey of Uber.
And I guess a sort of question around the sustainability part of this as well. Particularly, it's hard to raise this current sort of time. How are you convincing people to invest in an Uber-like company? Because Uber is still struggling to make money. So just curious to hear.
Definitely. Look, I have a proven, like when I put to investors like what the money is going to, there's a direct ROI. As one of the strategies of growth is through acquisition of other cleaning companies. Some of those who are at the stage of retirement, and there's particularly a commercial cleaning, a carpet cleaning business I'm looking at for $100,000. that have a huge database of all the real estate, Village Roadshow. And so basically, that's going to allow my customer lifetime value to go from $200,000 to $450,000 per ideal customer. The customer lifetime value is going to double. And so looking at the cost of acquisition that is under $1,000, I think it's a good opportunity. So the guaranteed ROI there.
Yeah, thank you so much for sharing. James, do you have anything you want to add?
Yeah, that was the question. You just answered the LTV and CAC. I was thinking it might be a little bit closer, meaning, you know, borderline negative, but on those metrics, hell yeah. I mean, it makes sense, right?
Yes, that's right. James, look, it's surprising that like some of the biggest clients we've acquired actually through a single flyer, right? Once I see the solution, which I can then now talk about, like what's the long-term vision, is actually making buildings smart. It's not just cleaning, it's actually making buildings smart. And I'm testing this out with a couple of buildings where through a QR code, all of the users in that building are able to talk to the building and say, hey, you're dirty, you need maintenance, you need cleaning. And so we are putting a beta program with High Smile. It's a large e-commerce in the Gold Coast.
Yeah.
And so together with them, we are launching our car business. So basically Spruces cars, and everything that they can do is actually be, funny enough, they can order while they're in the toilet. So they're gonna be able to scan the QR code that is in front of them. And this is directly designed for the end user, not the account manager or like the operations manager of the business who is already losing their hair, because it's just no longer, I don't want them to be the bottleneck anymore. I want the end user. And one more thing I can add is super important is my mission is as well to change the perspective around cleaners who until today are treated like crap. And we don't call them cleaners, we call them cleaning partners, because it's a lot of talented people who do such an essential job. Like we could see during COVID, how it impacts every industry, like, you know, COVID. So it's half a trillion industry worldwide. So yeah.
Leo, and definitely try to think about this. Differentiate yourself on quality of delivery of product, not the app. The app is important, but delivering a better product in person, like the physical part, spend money on that before you spend money on the best app is what I would say. I'm old school, I'm sorry, but yeah, I can see that's important.
So can I just ask Jem to give me an example, or like specify more what you mean by that?
No, I'm just saying many cleaning companies mostly do bad jobs. No follow-up, like bad quality cleaning. People don't like them, they get fired, someone else comes. It's a rotating door. So if you can differentiate yourself in being reliable, friendly, good quality and everything else, that will get you business over having the best app is all I'm saying. I think we're out of time anyway, Karen, sorry.
It's all good. It's all good. I know I was going to throw to David for final comments.
Just a quick one. Happy to touch base with you another time again, Leo. But I'm hearing this the Uber of cleaning, and it does not sound, it does not ring. So but when you say it, I think the car next door for cleaning, especially when you pitch in Australia, Australian success story, profitable business acquired by Uber, somehow it does make more sense to me. But just put it out there as an idea.
Yeah, sure. If I can answer that, look, I think the key is going to be once again through technology, increase by the customer lifetime value of each client, and that way sort of like go a bit further than just the cleaning, which has failed in the residential space. There's a few of Uber cleanings, but not in the commercial. And so what we're looking at doing is, obviously, I have a few things to say, but I will just cut it short now. Is the way that we can have same day cleaning is the way to get into like sort of like the shopping centers, airports, to supplement the workforce, their existing workforce. And so that alongside a few things, but it is a huge challenge for sure.
Oh, thanks, David. Thanks, James. Thanks. Great comments. Usman, did you want to say anything? I know you're unmuted.
Yeah, just one quick thing I wanted to add is maybe there's an opportunity for you, Leo and Alexander, who was our first speaker, to talk about collaboration, because when you're looking at going to sort of commercial spaces, there might be some interesting sort of opportunities to grow and bundle and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, I love that. And can I get a QR code to put in my kids' rooms and I can tell them their rooms are disgusting? Is that, no, not on the long-term vision? All right, no, I'm just joking there. Anyway, in-house joke. Okay, thank you so much, Leo. All right, can you believe it? We are over to our last, oh, thanks, Jay. She gave me a smile. It's nice. We are over to our last picture for this evening, registered picture. Now, we may have time for one impromptu. So if you're sitting in the audience and you're thinking, I should have registered because I actually really want to get my idea out there. I want to hear from James and from Usman and David, and I want to let everyone know my incredible idea. If the first in, first served, if you message me right now, you need to message me. Obviously, I'll have your name, but your business name and your email address. I'll call on you next. But over to the final register picture for this evening. We've got Denham. Hello, Denham. How are you?
Good. Am I there? Okay, good.
There you are.
And I did just, Karen, so you know, I did bring something green.
Oh,
Yeah, so there you go. Following the rules.
There isn't really a color rule, but anyway, it just shows how bossy I am. Denham, are you ready to pitch?
Yes.
All
So
right.
my name, should I go? Tell me when I'm
You can go now. Off you go.
all good. Okay. My name is Denham DeSilva. I'm co-founder of Deep Liquid. We offer simple but powerful AI to the beverage and hospitality industry. So how do we do this? It's really simple. We've got QR codes on packaging, and that directs customers to a quick 2-minute survey or review. There's 10 million beer reviews on the internet that go nowhere. These reviews feed a neural network that uses machine learning to provide immediate market-driven data that augments the recipes to get best consumer market fit. So while that's really cool, we've developed an AI bar. And how this works is you do a tasting panel, you review those beers, those reviews generate a QR code, and that generates a personalized beer on the spot, right? So David can go and try a bunch of beers and get a beer that is personalized to, you know, his German flavor profile, right? So this is all really exciting, but I think the mission is really critical because, you know, how we integrate AI safely into society is really, really topical and important, and how we use AI as a tool to actually help small producers compete is really important. In beer, we're proving the concept with beer. It's the 4th most popular beverage, and it's a tool to really put the power of AI into the hands of everyone. And I think that mission has really attracted some amazing partners. Some of my partners is, one of them is Dr. Simon Lucy, as head of the Australian Institute for Machine Learning. He's arguably Australia's highest rated AI scientist. Dr. Jamie Shearer, he helped put in the AI infrastructure for the Australian Defence Force. My background is I've got Barossa Valley Brewing, which is an award-winning brewery. I encourage you to get on Deep Liquid's website. There's a few more people there that we put together an amazing team. And yeah, we are looking at rolling this out and developing this. We've been asked to participate in some seminars. It's a fairly high-profile seminars leading up to South by Southwest. And what I'm really looking at doing, my background prior to brewing was investment banker. I'm very well aware that we need to put together a team. So we've ticked some of the really big boxes, some amazing AI experts. We've got the producers connections down. We understand that. It's some of the UI, the sales, the marketing, the communications. It's building up a team as we go into our Series A.
Amazing. Thank you, Matt. Thanks so much, Denham. There you go. Great pitch. Love it.
Thank you.
All right, judges, we've got 4 minutes to go with some feedback. Who would like to go first? I'm going to ask David to unmute and go first. Oh no, Usman, you went first. There you go.
Yeah, I was already there. Yeah, so great pitch, Denham, and really interested in also how, you're thinking around outside of beer or even the non-alcoholic kind of world, because that's also really going gangbusters at the moment. And particularly, I mean, someone was asking me this sort of question, like around the Muslim countries in that world, because I don't drink personally. I know that, like that non-alcoholic drinks world is really, really doing well. And there's sort of questions around how do you test the how people think, what the flavor profile and things like that look like. So have you sort of gone and looked at that direction as well? And what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, actually, so it's a really good question. And it's topical because part of the reason I'm doing this is because we are going to have to expedite and scale this. We were kind of going slowly, but now that our AI bar is out and the product's out there, we have initiated discussions with a relatively large retailer here in South Australia. And we are in the process of developing a range of energy drinks. Right now, energy drinks, hugely profitable, huge margins, but very competitive. And how you compete is basically, Red Bull has a F1 team, right? What we can do is we can develop a range of energy drinks where you review those energy drinks, and then we've got an AI bar in their stores, and you can then personalize your energy drink, right? So we're doing that. We can do that with coffee. They've got so yeah, we're improving the platform with beer, but it is applicable across FMCG.
Yeah, I personally think there's a lot of opportunity here, and happy to connect as well.
Yeah, I love it. Thanks, Usman. James, have you got some comments, thoughts, feedback, questions?
Other than I like beer, no, I mean, it's a given. No, Denham, look, in all seriousness, I love what you're saying. I hear what you're saying, and I'm thinking that's great for me as a consumer. But then I'm thinking about the processing of beer. I mean, I know a little bit about that end-to-end processing. And so being able to say what I want means short runs, right? Production runs, meaning someone's basically getting a minimum amount of something that they have to order. I guess there has to be minimum quantities, but that means the price per unit must go up. I mean, in my head at least.
No, so listen, it's a very good question. And in 90 seconds, I probably didn't do the business model justice, but there's two, I guess, products and services, right? The first one that we developed was these QR codes, right? That feeds a neural network. And that will then, it's data that is processed by machine learning to give the brewers basically tools to refine their product. So it's actually no different to what we do currently. Like we talk to you, James, say, what do you think? But our monkey brains can only, can only access so much data. We can now, hand on heart, say we're listening to all our customers, right? And we can train the neural network to filter out what is valuable. Now, the other thing that we've really found has been an amazing benefit is engagement has gone up like 8 times, right? And when engagement goes up, your sales go up. So what happens is people feel ownership because we can for the first time, put hand on heart and say, we're listening to everybody, and you have a little bit of feedback in the production of our beer. But the AI bar is very different. That actually you put your feedback, and immediately you get James's ale, right? Based on your flavor profile.
Okay, got it. No, that's clear. Yeah, no, excellent. As close as I've come to that is Beer Farm in WA, in Perth.
I think James.
Yeah, and sorry. Yeah, so sorry, Beer Farm, how did they do that? I think they just did short runs, right? They got feedback, and I think they then did specialty beer by saying this is what,
which was in my head, but I see the difference. There's a massive difference in what you're doing.
It is. Yeah.
Amazing. Thank you, James. And David, over to you for some final words before we do move into breakout rooms, because I think we scared everyone. No one wants to do an impromptu pitch. So David, some thoughts from you.
I'm always getting a little bit scared when people are trying to tamper with my beer. But good on you for giving it a go. So
just to be clear, we're not tampering with your beer. You are, right? You are saying this is what I want, and you're getting your beer. So we're not doing the tampering. You are.
Yes. Try to convince me harder. So the small brewers are your customers. They're paying for the data that actually helps them to create a product that is more likable and they get more sales.
Well, actually, I believe our customers will be all brewers. So I do think that big brewers will use this platform. I do think it is more powerful for the smaller brewers for a couple of reasons. So initially, I was really scared that data collection and AI would be used as a tool by the big guys to crush us because they've got more data, right? And they've got bigger budgets. But actually now working with these AI professionals, what I've understood is like, one, our data is better and richer because basically everybody understands that nobody jumps on Facebook and Instagram and goes, oh, I just tried Heineken, this is what I think, right? But everybody's very keen to engage with their local producer, right? Their local craft. Now that is data that is really rich, right? So we get better quality data. The other thing is we can get to market much faster. But while we can get out a beer product in about 4 weeks, the big guys take, best part of a year. And by that time, the market's moved. So we can actually use AI better than the big guys. I think that the big guys will still use it, right? Because it gets them the data quickly. So I think they'll still use it, but I think we can apply it better if you're a smaller producer that has a better customer connection and is more flexible.
Okay. So the big guys are paying you a lot, taking your data, probably still take 2 to 5 years until they release a new product. But the small ones, the nimble ones, they will bring a new beer out 4 weeks after getting the data. Got it.
And particularly markets like beer, and energy drinks that, change, monthly, that is an incredibly powerful tool.
Now, if I think Usman was saying something, if you can actually, and that's my last comment, when you can actually spin that something around in the alcohol-free, zero alcohol beers and beverage consumption, which is a booming market, I think that is really, that would really give you another angle.
Yeah, we're looking at coffee and energy drinks. Energy drinks is the first one. We're developing a series now.
I'm also talking about alcohol-free beer because, quite frankly, they are atrocious so far. If there is a way to get that done.
Yeah, the reason we won't do alcohol, because one, it's really hard, right? So creating those beers on the spot for us, it is technically difficult, and we spent a lot of time doing this, but we still have limitations, right? So alcohol-free beer will be even harder to do. So it's probably not a market we'd go into right now until we've developed it. But yeah, I see what you're saying.
Cool.
And
Sorry,
Dan, you popped your hand up. Yes.
The raise was how much? What are you trying to raise?
Well, we are looking at, so I don't know if you're familiar with South by Southwest. It's a massive, it's for the first time it's in Sydney. So we've been asked to present there. And I think after that's where we'll do our Series A. Right now, we're looking at about 250 as sort of a seed round to get us through there. And that's what we'll be using that to, we've got prototypes off the bar, but we've got some marketing opportunities in the US. Some of our partners are very high profile brewers in the US. We're looking at basically, again, rolling this out for energy drinks. So developing those bars and then developing this other product to get us through to South by Southwest. We're looking at about 250 to 300.
Okay, thanks.
Amazing, and best of luck, Denham. Well, we have finished. Thank you so much, Denham. We have finished the official pitching part of tonight. It goes so quickly. I always get so surprised. I don't know why I'm so surprised. I've done so many of these. So yes, congratulations. So a huge congratulations to every single person that pitched tonight. Oh, we've got a little gorgeous baby looking with Claire on her lap. Sorry, Claire.
I'm trying to multitask.
Oh, just you multitask. We love it. Everyone is welcome. We love it. So we have now finished those formal proceedings. What we're going to do, the judges and myself are going to go into a separate room, and we're going to deliberate in terms of prizes, and we're going to leave everybody else in here in this room in Herman's very, very capable hands, and he's going to get some conversation going. So please, this is the time where you can all ask the pitchers some questions and all kind of talk, and I know that the chat has been going gangbusters, so make sure that you're bringing that into that room. But the judges, you're with me. We'll come back at about 6:55, 6:56, and we will announce the winners. So please do not go anywhere. You keep multitasking, Claire. Stay in that room, and we will be back soon. All right. See you later, everyone. Am I going, Haman?
Give me 2 seconds.
Oh, there you go. I said goodbye too early.
By the way, I use the time and Bridget. By the way, we have our next on-stage pitch night, disruptive tech for the good cause of UN SDGs, coming up at the 22nd of June here in Melbourne. So visit our website and register, apply to pitch there. 2 seconds over? No? Okay, I keep talking. So yeah, it's going to be live at Melbourne Connect, and we have about 6-7 spots available for pitchers. We're also happy to say welcome to all investors or accelerator operators who are interested in the next big tech startups. So
I think it.
I missed joining the room.
We're still in the same. Sorry, I'm having some technical difficulties here.
That's all right.
Another 2 seconds. I'm gonna close them again and create them.
I think poor James went into one. He disappeared.
There, I think David went into one as well. David?
Yeah.
She gone?
He's
I
gone.
mean,
You now got to put me in one.
why are you not in one? You should. You need to accept, I think.
Yeah, the message has disappeared.
Oh, that's weird.
Oh, here we go. Breakout room. So if I just go into room 1.
Yep,
No.
that's the one. Yeah, that should be you.
No, it's still not a message.
Don't see you here. I mean, I see that you are there and that you haven't joined. Let me see
Hmm.
what to do. Let me. I'm gonna close it. Close all rooms. I'm gonna try again.
All right. Maybe it says, yeah, that's weird. Anyway, talk amongst yourselves, everybody. Hey, and I just want to say before that comes up, it's so hard pitching. I thought you all did so incredibly well. 90 seconds is not long. And, you know, it's such a big thing to do. You're all very, very brave and you all did it very, very well. I thought the quality of pitches tonight was just outstanding. So congratulations to all of you. You should be all very, very proud of yourself. All right.
Nope,
Sorry,
sure
guys. I couldn't get in the room. So
Sorry. Yeah, we're gonna try it again. So I'm gonna try again. There you go.
oh yeah, I'm going.
Rooms are open. Go. Okay. All right.
Lena,
Finally. Sorry about that, everyone. So yeah, guys, if you have any questions for the pitchers, go ahead. People from the audience that were listening, give it a go. Give it a go. I saw a lot of questions flowing in the chat. So anyone, just unmute yourself and go.
Lena, what would your platform look like? And the reason I asked the question, LifeCheck is just the start of it's to start the wellness conversation. So that's why we would have modules for health, nutrition, exercise, sleep, and financial, and so forth. But you said that, you know, there will be many jobs affected by what you're doing.
Yeah.
And I wanted to understand, how would we incorporate something that into a presentation to a company that says, you know, this is what either the company has to think about it, the employees need to think about it. You know, what form does it take?
Right. Well, I mean, we could form a partnership here in terms of kind of you using our platform. If you would want to help companies become better in terms of making their workforce future ready. So like in reality, the way that it would work is that we would onboard a company. So pretty much like take their HR data, onboard it onto the platform, analyze it, enhance it with our data, and then provide recommendations. So we could see if there's any way to kind of do a deeper technical integration, or it could be just a partnership on a kind of commercial and go-to-market level.
Okay. Because I think it's something, you know, one of the other platforms that we will programs that we will present to companies will be for female employees over 55, so that they can start their journey towards where they want to go with their future. And everybody's talking about future-proofing companies.
Yes.
And I think we can be seen as being different if we do this. So
yeah,
I'm still not sure, this is probably not the platform to do it, but I'd like to get a deeper understanding as to how it all works and what you're talking about and pricing and so forth. So we connected on LinkedIn. So I'll reach out and we can, I've got your email. We'll reach out and we'll get a Zoom going.
Yeah, absolutely.
That'll be great.
And if we're not the kind of the right platform for that, I could, since I have worked in the workforce space before with a company that was exactly future-proofing workforces, I could probably point you in the direction that would be right if we're not right. Yeah.
Oh,
where are
sure
you?
you'd be right.
Where are you based, Lena?
Sydney.
Sydney. All right.
Oh,
That's
cool.
good.
So am I.
We've got a question.
We met at the event. I'm not sure if you remember. I wanted you to.
Oh, yes, I do. Oh, that's right. Oh,
We got a question. We got a
Got your
question from
handball
Donna.
back.
Guys, we got a question from Donna. Sorry to cut you off there. Got a question from Donna. Donna, go ahead.
Fantastic pictures tonight, everyone. I hope you can hear me. So my question is more around, I suppose, the language model and how the data that you get is being influenced. Has anyone thought about when they do train an AI, what influences or it has on that particular bot or machine learning? And if you have any feedback in regards to it.
Is that a question for Denham or?
I don't know. Sorry, that's my first time I've been here.
It's a general question. Maybe Denham can have some experience in that space.
Yeah, so I'm not entirely sure. Are you saying, sorry, you're asking how large language models are applied, like what those applications are specifically for our AI services? Is that the question? I wasn't entirely sure if I.
It wasn't in regards to a particular service. It was just more in regards to how does, like, when you model AI, what influences is that AI or the patterns that it and concepts that it's using to determine the outcome?
Well, I guess that's sort of the beauty of AI. Like, you sort of have to, I think, reframe how you look at models, right? Because AI just takes data, right? So I guess there's two ways computers can learn. It learns from rules, right? Saying, okay, X equals Y. And then machine learning uses data to then teach itself, right? So what we're doing, I'll speak specifically for what we're doing with beer. We're looking at when people say certain things about a beer, certain words and keywords, the AI, the machine learning actually trains itself to then correlate certain words with certain outcomes, right? To check and reinforce that. So it almost trains itself, right? We don't train it. If we give it data and specific data, and then we look at the outcomes and then reinforce those outcomes or retrain it if those outcomes are not valid. Does that answer the question?
Yeah, no, it does. Thank you. Thank you.
I might add on to that as well. Just like totally agree with you, Denham, and because I was going to add on as well that with AI AI and neural networking, one of the disadvantages of these is that they're very much considered to be a black box, because unlike other machine learning types, you can't really understand what is going on within a neural network. So for instance, like I fed a critical thinking assessment into ChatGPT, and I found that it got a near perfect score. And for me, that's quite baffling. And, it's very mysterious. It really begs the question, how is, what is actually happening inside this black box?
Yeah. And you know what? I think even the people that are training it often are surprised by the results, right? But I mean, I'm one of those people that believe, like, I think humans do the same thing. Like, you've got a child in your lab, player. Like, I've got kids, and you give them certain data, and you go, how did you come up with that conclusion, right? And you have to retrain them, right? And this is sort of the same thing, right? I think the difference is, though, once we have identified a flaw where we get an incorrect conclusion given the data, once we fix and address that, it's fixed. Whereas I have to tell my kids 1,000 times the same thing, right? So yeah, but it's in its nascency, but yeah, it's scary and exciting at the same time.
I love it, Denham. I'm gonna have to intervene in the conversation. I love hearing all the conversations, but we've got some announcements.
You're already out here. Sorry, go ahead.
I know that went really quick too. I'm sorry, guys, to interrupt. But we've got some really exciting announcements. Does everyone want to hear who our winners are tonight? But before I say that, you're all winners. You really, really are. So everyone that pitched tonight is a winner. But I'm going to go and hand over to Usman. Would you like to announce the winner maybe refresh everyone what the prize is. Are they back in the room?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, you're back in. Sorry, something just flashed up. Usman, over to you to announce the winner, and I'll try and do a drum roll. Everyone has to kind of tap something for a drum roll.
Thanks very much, Karen. And just before we do drum roll, yeah, just wanted to say well done, everyone. You've all been fantastic. It's really hard to put your idea, literal baby, with your startup out there and in front of so many different people, whether it's online or in person. So well done. And with these awards we have, it's really about how we can help you the best. And so this is not a sort of comment on you or your business. This is really on, where we come in and where we can help. And so the prize that I'm giving is around mentorship and coaching, particularly to one of the teams who I can help with the most. And if you want to do the drum roll now, sort of virtual drum roll.
Virtual drum roll. Da, 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 da.
So that would be Lena from AZOLLO AI. And that's because of the work that, Lena, you're doing in that net zero space. I've had a lot of experience and expertise in that space. I'm also connected to a few different foundations who could potentially help, and just something that I personally live by. So I really want to work in that climate space and support people who are doing that. So I'm really passionate about it. I want to help you in any way I can, and we'll have to connect and support and mentor.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. I didn't expect that. That's amazing. Thank you.
Oh, congratulations, Lena. That's incredible. And for any of our winners tonight, I will be connecting you to your judge. So you'll get an email after this and you can then go forth and connect and collect your prize. But congratulations, Lena. That's awesome work. Thank you so much, Usman. You've been incredible tonight. It's been great to have you on the panel. All right, James, over to you to announce the winner of your prize.
Thanks very much. Look, Alexander, Lena, Bac, Claire, Leo, Denham, as Usman just said, I'd like to just echo the fact that we are giving prizes based on what we believe we can help or who we believe we can help at the point in your journey. And everyone's pitches tonight were great. You've got some amazing ideas. Look at the diversity of thought and idea, and also the diversity of where you are on your journey. That's why we love doing what we do. That's why we love the startup space. I just believe I can help Leo where you are right now, probably best out of the six that pitched tonight. And so I'm giving my prize to Leo.
Yay, congratulations, Leo.
Is that me?
Yes, it's you.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you so much. Look forward to it.
That's fantastic. Thank you so much. And thank you as well, James. It's so great having you back on the panel again. I'm sure you'll be back soon. All right, over to David. Last but not least, who is the winner of the THNK.Innovation Prize? And I know you'll also announce the Ideas Prize as well.
I will. Thank you so much. And thank you to all the pitchers. Just for a matter of fact, I'm doing pitching myself right now for the new platform that we built Silicon Beach website on. And today I had to create a 3-minute pitch, and the first try was 13 minutes long once I was done. So it is a real skill to get your messaging concise down to 3 minutes, 90 seconds or 30 seconds. So well done, everyone. I will start with the Ideas Prize first, and because I think it's a really catchy innovation that can get a lot of eyes on, I go with Alexander from IRA or INRA, your smartwatch for your home. I think that's amazing. Congrats, Alexander. And finding product market fit and that minimum viable product or prototype to go out and testing, I think I can probably help to find a little bit of a lighthouse on your journey. Claire with FashMu. Claire, still here?
She's still here. Congratulations, Claire. She's probably.
And I say thank
I'm
you
so
now.
sorry. She was getting very windy, so I just pulled you around. Thank you.
Congratulations, Claire. I knew that was going to it always happens. The baby, they just don't understand. Mum is a winner tonight. Well done.
Thanks so much. I really appreciate it.
Well done, Claire. Looking forward to talk to you soon. And well done, Alexander. Looking forward to see where you're going as well. And all the other ones on the call, the pitchers, please do not hesitate to reach out to the judges or any people that you made contact with on the chat tonight. As Usman said, it is very challenging to do a startup all by yourself. We all have strengths and we all have weaknesses, and finding complementary pieces to cover our weaknesses makes it so much easier. So please make many, many friends and find the ones to keep going with you on your journey.
Thank you so much, David. Thank you, everyone. And for Ken, don't have that third glass of wine. That was right, Ken, wasn't it? So I can have 2, but not 3. Ken's just looking at
Exactly, as long as they're no, don't fill the glass to the top.
Oh, all right. Just a little bit. I can have 2. All right.
Exactly.
I love it. Thanks so much, everybody. See you next time. Our next pitch night is happening
Take care now.
first
Bye.
Thursday of July. We'll all see you again soon. Bye, everyone. Good night. Have a lovely evening.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
See you. Bye.
Herman, Flavio, are you still around?
Yes.
Well done, Herman. Great work.
That was
Thank you
stressful.
so much.
So many things. I had like 10 hands.
I know the feeling, my friend. I know the feeling. I was doing this before Brian, before I could seduce Brian in doing it. So yeah, I really know the feeling.
All right. Have a good night, David. Enjoy. We'll chat later.
Chat later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.